NBA Live, y'all. Let's chop it up. Let's do this one more time, but to wrap this year up about NBA Live and the future. And I know this is gonna piss some people off, man, but let's look at the facts of the past 5 years. We know or heard anything about the game. It's been speculation. Every time there's some type of speculation, I bring it to the channel. The NBA Live community, they shut it down every single time because it's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the Donald Trump of the NBA Live community, dog. They don't like me, bro. They're like a bunch of liberals in their little circle. They just don't get it, man. They would, and they probably would never get it. The people that are continuing to root for this game, it's fine. If that's what game is in your heart to do, that's fine. But I'm all about common sense and logical. Let's use common sense. If NBA Live really wanted to come out, they could. If NBA Live and the producers, developers, the whole company itself, EA Sports, wanted to make a game, guess what? They would. But you got to ask yourselves, why they're not doing neither one? Why? They don't care. Why haven't they let us know nothing? EA Sports is a bandwagon jumper. That's just what they are. You see what they're doing right now with boxing. They haven't came out with a boxing game since 2010 when they made Fight Night. And that is very disappointing. Very disappointing. Now, with that said, soon Fight Night comes out and they show that there is a lot of buzz in the sports gaming world of boxing, that there is money to be made. All of a sudden EA comes out and they're like, you know what, let's finally make another Fight Night to compete. I mean, it took you that long. You have Fight Night people, fans, been playing the same game for years. You haven't said nothing about a new Fight Night, nothing at all. But now that you see another game comes in, taking shots at you because they aiming at being the realest and the best boxing game of all time. Like Undisputed Boxing already announced that. They said that. And I'm guessing I'm guessing you taking it as shots at you. I mean, you should. But now I guess that gives you the juice and the drive to be able to come back. Because I guess you thought that making a video game, a boxing video game, is super hard and that no one else is gonna come in and gonna take your spot. And they did. Just like 2K did to you in basketball. And you never recovered. You never recovered, yo. 95 through 2000 was, to me personally, their best run. If you own, I continue to say this, man, and people, the people that know, they know. When you got the Dreamcast and you popped in that 2K at the time, that was the most realist basketball game you ever played. That introduced you to something that was totally different that you did not expect. We all didn't expect to come because we all knew NBA Live. We all knew the things that you could do in it with NBA Live. NBA Live 2000, guys, was still fun. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that NBA Live 2000 wasn't fun. But it depends on what console you played it on. After the year 2000, you began to question what NBA Live was doing. Now, NBA Live on 2000, the NBA Live between 2000 and 2002, they was okay on the PlayStation. But it was just different graphically, different animations and stuff that still made NBA 2K on the Dreamcast so much better. Even when 2K came to the PS2 in 2K2, the NFL football and NBA 2K2 was on the PlayStation 2 for the first time. And I mean, even though even then it still played and it still played better than what NBA Live was doing at the time. So they went into the lab, they changed up some things, they came out with the goat to me, one of the goats, you guys, my personal goat. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I put out a poll, or I put out the video asking people is, what do you think about NBA Live 98? Is that a go? I'm not gonna lie, that game goes, when I go back to that game, I play it. It is super fun. It does have a good replay value in 2024. But I must say this, I didn't play it a lot coming up. So when I can't relate to something like that, then I really can't, you know. But 2003, man, like I played Live 99 and 2000. I play a little bit of the on the Live on the Super Nintendo, but I was a kid back then, so those games, you know, being so young, NBA like 8, 7 years old, I wasn't playing no Live. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it was more of a difficult game at the time for me to play. Even though coming back was older, it was easier, you know, coming back playing it. But at the time, it just didn't feel, it felt harder. Like Madden was super hard when I was a young kid. In '95, I was like 8, 9 years old. I mean, maybe you know, I'm speaking for just me. You know, I just wasn't interested in that. I was interested mostly in like NBA Jam. Those games was more easy to me. 2v2, slamming in the air, dunking. I was a kid. I was used to that. I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't used to anything else realer than what I was getting from NBA Jam. You know, I did play Bulls versus Blazers on the Sega when I got a little bit older, whatever, coming up, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to play with Jordan, or I wanted to play NBA game, you know, another one. So I did have those games. We're gonna get to those in the future too. But I don't get too much off topic, but Live 2003, when that game hit for me, when they came out with the soundtrack, they came, I mean, you know, they bought me with the soundtrack. And then they bought me with the gameplay, because the gameplay was so much funner. Even though, like I said, 2K3 to me was not good to me. That's just me personally. I don't think 2K3 was good. The camera angles was just trash. 2K really fell off that year. I believe they truly fell off from what I was expecting from them to do. Um, but that opened up the doors again for another run for EA Sports. From 2003 to 2005, that was another strong run, strong push from EA Sports once again. But after that, you begin to question the game, because going on to the new gen was awful. Like Live 06 compared to 2K6, even though both of them was kind of like ports over from the PlayStation 2. Well, I don't know what the hell Live was on 360 coming out Live 06. I mean, it's decent, it's all right, but I don't know if it was a port over, because I can't say that was like Live 95. That was totally different. I don't know what they was. They was really trying to make instead of just porting over like 2K did, you know, just bringing over everything that was on the PlayStation 2, and then worrying about 2K7, because 2K7 definitely was a game changer. They didn't do that. They really tried to make, I understand the effort they was trying to put in, but it just didn't work out for them. Live 06 and 7 will go down as probably one of the worst lives of all time, you know what I'm saying? And we can talk about 06 on the PlayStation 2, but I mean, I'm being honest with you guys, man. Nobody was playing that. Like people went on to the PS3 and to the 360. So we can say it's good, and it was good. I've got videos about Live 06 on this channel. I'm playing those games on the PS2, and they was terrific. They was good. But when you compare it to 2K, man, it's just not better than 2K. It just wasn't on that level at the time. And then we can fast forward you guys to right now. They're just not on the level. They haven't competed. It haven't been nothing to compete with that game, especially in sales, since then. Since, like, you know what I'm saying? Because people were still trying to give Live a chance. After they bought '07, a lot of people was like, no more. It was just over. So a lot of people, 8, 9, and 10, a lot of people didn't play it, including me. I didn't even play it. I didn't even hear about it. I don't even think they did good advertising. I think everything I seen, everything I know after that was 2K. I don't even remember seeing anything about Live or hearing anything about Live. Everybody on my friend list was playing 2K. So we can be in this fantasy zone all we want. the fanboys can, and they cannot be more realistic. And I'm glad I got a lot of realistic people instead of people on my channel. They haunt my channel, they watch my stuff, they watch what I say, but then they go back and say I copy their style. I don't even know some of your comments that you in the videos y'all put out about me, man. That it's almost been 2 years ago, probably now. Like I never heard of you guys. I never heard of you. So this would be like my final time, because now when I finally address you, you get quiet. So it's like my mind is so focused on other stuff, other plans for this channel. I'm not gonna take the time out anymore to address any of the fanboys or any of this, because to me it's a waste of time. It's the waste of content, and it's a pullback from the other things that I have coming to this channel. We're not gonna do that anymore. We're not gonna focus on anything that have to do with the live fanboys. You know what I'm saying? It's really time that they realize, but they just hate 2K so much. And hating a game that much isn't gonna get you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna get you where you want to go. It's not gonna get the company, the fan. It's just not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work, dog. So we gotta continue to, push the message. I'm still, like, if live ever come out, I will support it. But I just don't see them winning the race, y'all. Let's go back and look at the facts. Live 05 is really the last good live, last fun live. You can say live at 10 all you want. I mean, nobody really played it, and to me, it just won't live. But I mean, it's a straight game. But when you go back to 2005, because everybody goes back to that game when they referencing NBA Live, 04, 03, they go back to that era. Anything 05 down, they go back to. They mentioned the 1v1s with Jordan. They mentioned the All-Star Weekend. They mentioned so many different things that was in Live 05 on down, that everything up gets overshadowed. Like, it gets, it doesn't even get talked about. That's why I said nobody talks about the other lives like that. It's always the legendary lives. It's always the lives that make sense, like the ones that's back in the day. So if you want to go back, let's go back. Live 05. That's 20 years ago. Since Live been an actual game that was competed with 2K. 20 years ago. 20 years ago was the last time NBA Live competed with 2K. People gonna look at this and say, well, technically number wise, yes, it may was decent in sales in Live 06 and 07, because that was just off the hype of 05, while the sales from 06 and 07 was good. So when 06 came out, people, they gave that kind of a pat on the back, like, man, it's cool. Live 07 gonna be the next year, and Live 07 gonna be it. They're gonna be it. After the debacle in Live 06, 07 was the game to go that they was counting on, and after that happened, that was it. So people still, the sales was there, but the quality of the game was definitely not. 24/7 mode really became a stunning mode that was like, nah, bro, like I have everything over here, so I don't want to play that. And it's not people really choosing Live. What it was, Live was so trash, they did not want to buy it. See, here's the thing why people bought every game back then, because we had so many good basketball games for its time. You know what I'm saying? We can go back, Shootout 98. That was one of my favorite games of all time. That's what I was playing, to be honest with you. We got so many games. NBA Fast Break. the list goes on, you guys. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm missing so many, but we had so many options back then. You know what I'm saying? NBA action, and we had so many games, so many different games and stuff, yo, and all of them was decent. Live was not decent. Live gave us trash after that. Live was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, Kobe Bryant courtside wasn't a good game, but a lot of people liked it. I don't know. I feel like it was Kobe fans, a lot of people that liked it. I really wasn't a fan of that. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people that liked it. So it was always a game, like, you know what I'm saying? But live was just not at that level. Everybody right back then was really on the same level. Like, you had, to me, NBA Shootout did better dunks. Like, I was a dunk person. I was young back then. So when the game did dunks, I was like, oh shit, I love the dunks. The dunks did something to me, bro. Like, I love seeing the dunks on Shootout. They had the best dunks. And every game offers something that was actually better than the next game, but it may was like a little feature, something like that. It was nothing too big out ordinary, but because everybody really was on the same playing field. But 2K came and just gave us something that blew everybody out the window. Everybody, you know, you had games that tried, you know, Inside Drive, the Sony game that came out. Get a couple games that actually tried to compete, but 2K was just on a whole nother level. We're still not acknowledging how, you know, good 2K was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it really was a war that was won by 2K. They came in and bullied and got their way. That was just a fact. There is just nothing fanboyish, nothing. Just, you know what I'm saying? These are all facts. They came and took it. There was nothing, you know what I'm saying? EA tried to block that. They cut them off with the try to get the exclusive rights. EA stole ESPN from 2K. That's why we're not getting ESPN from 2K. And I felt like they done a good job with that presentation. Everybody want to talk about the presentation live, but they stole that from 2K. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this again. The presentation is what everybody continue to say that they do better than 2K. I heard that so many times, and I know you guys heard it too. They stole their presentation from 2K. You know what I'm saying? Like, NBA Live, they had TNT. So now you see 2K with TNT, but it was not like that back in the day. Live was TNT. 2K eased in with the ESPN. After 2K5, when those exclusive rights were signed, everything changed. So who stole from who? Does NBA 2K have a reason to steal from NBA Live? You damn right they do. I mean, you are literally, you're damn right. You have every reason to steal from them because they took from you and tried to make what you created, what you started, you know what I'm saying, into what something that is a spinoff from them. And they try to make the ESPN presentation so good, stealing it from 2K. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. So that's why I look at it like this. To end this video, I think it's time for EA Sports to hang it up and just let us know that they're shutting the doors for NBA basketball. They haven't proven anything in 20 years. No matter what the titles has been coming out since Live 05, it still haven't stuck with the core gamer. You still have to connect with them, and you haven't. You haven't connected. When you had them, when you had people that was actually like, yo, I miss Live, let me give it a shot, let me try it. You lost them because you didn't do a good job with keeping them engaged. LUT should be the biggest thing for the game, because LUT in 2000 and Live 16 had better gameplay than head to head. Anybody that played LUT can tell you that. I don't know what it was. The game plays so damn good. I played LUT a lot after playing, you know, a lot of head to head and playing a lot of my players, stuff like that. I went on to LUT and I met some good people. And now those people are 2K because 2K gives them everything they want. They got people from NBA Live fans, they was tired of buying cars that didn't give them, like, you buy a Larry Bird card, I want to be shooting like Larry Bird. I want to actually feel like I'm playing with Larry Bird. You feel me? And they didn't do a good job with that moving forward. I felt like that should have been the main thing, because that is a money mode. That should have been the main thing you should have been pushing for, was LUT. Now, maybe they can bring back some type of LUT to NBA Live in the future. Maybe. I mean, you see what they're doing right now with Live Mobile. Maybe they can bring Live Mobile to the console. But I mean, you're actually doing a slow job with doing that, because you could have been doing that for years now. You know what I'm saying? Connecting the two, because that is a money mode. So people is gonna invest in that love LUT, that miss LUT, that like collecting the cars. Man, get that money, because that money is gonna help you bring out a better product. That is the goal. Like, I don't understand what EA doesn't understand with that. You really could be still making money right now with NBA Live without even a my player mode. Like, that is my last final suggestion. Like, I don't think they should have a my player mode. I don't think the focus should be on that, because they're not making no money off that. So if you're not making no money off that, your focus and all of your attention don't need to go to that. It needs to go to the money. If you're not getting the money, you're not being able to connect, because you're not going to get in sales. I mean, I don't understand, why did you actually think that in the first place? The NBA Live fanboys poisoned the developers to actually thinking that they had the game that was actually going to bring down 2K, and people was just going to all convert the NBA Live. No, man, it wasn't that easy, and they found out that the hard way. I feel like they need to go for the money, and if you're not getting the money, then you're not going to be able to produce a better product. And that's why right now we don't have a NBA Live. And that's why in my heart right now, I feel that NBA Live is dead. And I feel like they're just not telling us. You know, it'd be 10 years later and we just forgot about Live. And then I guess they're leaving it for us to figure out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, Fight Night been so long since they had a game, since 2010. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 2010. They've been playing the same exact game. Now Undisputed come out and they take people from those servers, from Fight Night, and now you have a lot of people that are Undisputed people. Like they like the game better than Fight Night. EA didn't like that, because they were still milking the cow of that game. They were still milking it. Just like GTA. GTA would have been out if it was another game like Saints Row out or something like that was actually competing with them. They would have been out. They would have been out. Like, personally, they would have been out. But there's no other game like GTA, so people just gonna sit around and wait, and they're gonna continue to milk the cow and get all the milk out they can before they make another game. That is what EA Sports was doing. They was still making money off the game, so they're like, why make another game? Let's just make this game. Let's just continue to do this. If we make another game, because they know that going into the Xbox One version of a fight game was going to be difficult, I'm guessing, for them, because I mean, we seen what they did with Live 14. We seen the UFC games that they put out. Like, some of those games, the animation was crazy, but some of them was pretty good though. I think one of them, when it came out, was not bad. So that's why I understand why they didn't come out with a boxing game for Xbox One. But anyway, it was just still, they was making so much money off the game. They still do title belts. They still do stuff like that off the game. So they're probably like, well, why make another game? So it just, like, it shows you, man, they're greedy. Get the money, EA. Make the game, get the money. But right now, as I'm just gonna see it, like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like, I'm not gonna be up here talking about a wish for my last final thing is this: you need to connect Live Mobile to console. I said that years ago. A couple other people have said it. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and give people credit, because people act like if I say something, they act like they said it first. Like, this shit is crazy over this NBA Live community. Like, it is fucking crazy. You have people that get 2 views per video, and they claim to be watched by other people. Like, who are you? Who are you? So we gotta be realistic, as before we hit the 10-year mark of no NBA Live. That I feel like right now we need to start looking and hoping that another game company can come and compete with 2K. Like we have to start, doing some research and trying to find another company, maybe another company that EA can partner with to actually make another NBA Live possibly, but they can't do it by themselves, yo. They just can't do it by themselves. They can't do it. You've been trying for 20 years and you haven't done it. You have not made a successful game yet on the 360, on the Xbox One that can compete with 2K. You have not. Graphically wise, we can argue about graphics, but we can definitely you're not gonna come close with talking about gameplay. You're not gonna come close with talking about animations. So it's a lot of things, physics. It's a lot of things that EA Sports continue to fail on, and these should have been issues they should have resolved in PlayStation 2 days. But the PlayStation 2 versions, if they come out right now with Live 04, right now in 2024 or 2025, that game will play better and be a better game than Live 19 or any other future Live they got out right now on the 360 or on the Xbox One. And I'm ready to argue that in the comments. I'm ready to argue that. If they smooth Live 04 out or 03 out and just put it up there, even 05, if y'all love 5 so much, even that one, they smooth it out, put it on the console, remake it. That game would be a better game than what we're playing right now, Live 19, Live Trash 19. That game is so awful, bro. It's so awful, man. It hurts my eyes looking at it. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It used to get me when I look at that game. I'd be like, I want to go play that shit. Then when I go play it, I get it in my hands. I'm like, man, this shit is so fucking awful. Like, I see and I understand why the game is not out. Like, that game is super awful. That's why you don't have another game. You know what I'm saying? Live didn't end on a sweet note. No, they didn't end on a sweet note. No. Because Live 18, they had so much momentum and they dropped the ball with Live 19. That is the fact. That is a fact. So about them dropping the ball so hard with Live 19, they haven't been able to recover. And I'm not gonna be posting nothing about possible Live 25's coming. I'm not gonna do that this year. I'm not gonna do that. Like, because I just don't see it. I don't want to continue to waste my time. I'd rather go back and play some of these old lives that still give me fun, that still give me a fun time. I'd rather go back and play these games than to continue to talk about what Live needs to do. I try to keep the conversation going, which I continue to play the old games and let that be my way of getting the content out. But going back playing Live 19 is just not the answer. Going back playing Live 19 is showing people like, oh, this game, I'm still having fun playing this game. You should come play this game too. Like, no, that's not gonna happen, because you might well just turn the servers on to Live 10. You know what I'm saying? You might well just turn those servers back on. I mean, 2K got their old games on right now, so I don't see why Live can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But if Live do something like that, more people would play that than playing Live 19. I'm telling you, like, you will get instant, like, people will pay for that, bro. I will pay $5.99 a month to play that. Hell yeah, I play that. Yeah, I'm a gamer. I'm a basketball gamer. I'm gonna play that. I want that experience. But you can't get that experience unless you're going through Parsec, or unless you playing head to head somebody in person. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you're not gonna get that experience. So this is gonna be my only way moving forward. Is I'm gonna continue. I have a new live series coming up, man. In the next week or so, we're gonna be pushing that out, and we're gonna go and we're gonna be pushing that kind of hard. Like, we're gonna be doing multiple videos per week on that. And we got some other stuff coming too, so just stay tuned for that. But we're definitely going to be continue to post NBA Live, and that's just going to be my ways. Or, if you watch the videos, I may say things in that video, but I'm not going to be making nothing concerning the NBA Live community, because to me it's a waste of time. Some people really need to get their money up. They really don't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about a lot of the YouTubers that, I would love to work with, you know what I'm saying? But yo, this dude saying what I'm saying, instead of, here's my thing about this individual. Instead of saying like, yo, man, we need to get together and do some content, like this dude saying the same thing I'm saying, but saying I watch your shit. I don't that's so funny, bro. And that's what's wrong with the NBA Live community. That's why we don't have a game, because we have guys that, instead of having multiple voices in the NBA Live community, people want to call themselves the top dog, and what other names that I'm not gonna say, which you guys already know what I'm talking about. People want to give these, they want to be the top dog. Everybody wants to be individual, the top dog. And what's the name? What people say? It's too many Chiefs, not enough Indians, or something like that. Like, that's what it is in the NBA Live community. Like, everybody wanna be the head. Everybody wanna, oh, he said it. Oh, I said this first. I said this a minute ago. Like, who who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, who cares? The more voices talking the right stuff, the better. The better. Every time somebody talks real in the NBA Live community, they get muted. The higher ups come in, they give them a little pat on the back. Certain people come and be like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And what they do, they resolve, they go back. That is just like raising a child. If you're not going to discipline a child right, if you're going to baby them up, this is the type of stuff you're going to get. This is the type of stuff you're going to get every single time. Every single time you're going to get a big baby. Who wants to have a big baby? So, as we go forward, continue, man, to watch the content, because I got, like I said, more NBA Live videos coming in the future. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think it's over? I think that EA Sports has thrown in the white towel, and I don't really see them coming out with another NBA Live title. Like, I just do not see it. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to do none of that, because it's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? It's a waste of time for me anyway. Maybe for the smaller YouTubers that actually need something, but I don't even need that attention, because the fanboys will been killing like voices like me and Paragon for years. You know what I'm saying? For years, it's always an argument about anything that we bring to the table. And I'm definitely not going to argue about a game that's not out right now. So you guys can continue to make your videos, continue to chatter, do whatever you do. Even though you got mighty quiet now, since I'm on your asses. I'm throwing the thumbnails out there. Now you quiet. But you was loud when I didn't even know nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bro. So I'm gonna stay on my wave. I'm gonna continue to do what I do. I'm gonna continue to bust out the different content, continue to get creative, and I'm gonna continue to laugh at you guys for just staying the same, not adapting. But I'm up out of here, you guys. Hit the comment section up, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Let me know, man, is NBA Live over? Y'all be real with me in the comment section, man. Until next time, it's your boy Rio, keeping it real, raw, and 100. Peace.